The 1-0. And that's outside. Next pitch is downstairs. And here it comes. And that's in for a strike.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Pitch. That's a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. To kick the pitch. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
Got good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
3-2 on the way. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Seager stands in now. Check swing. He held up. 1-0. Foul ball. The pitch. That's in there. And the count 1-2.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
And that one is inside. The pitch. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And a pitch. And now it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And there's ball 4.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
There's a strike.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more guys that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. The throw to second is offline. Mitch Garver up to hit here.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Swung on, belted. That one is back. Hauls it in on the warning track. Here's Josh Young. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the...
And he's got it in right field for the third out, so that'll do it. Welcome back. And on the hill, Nathan Eovaldi. What do we need to know here?
We know he's one of the best in the game, doesn't make many mistakes, and if he's in a pinch, he'll make up a pitch and throw something that you've never seen before.
Ronald Acuna Jr. in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-0. Chris, one dubious note on Eovaldi. May 18, 2022, he matched a big league record, gave up 5 homers in an inning against the Astros, and that's a fair ball down the right field line, and that's going to roll a while. And that's a double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
This would be huge right here if they could get on the board and be the first ones to score in this one with the home field advantage. Get that crowd behind you and just intimidate the opposition a little bit more.
Righty delivers. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. No outs. Runner on second. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Here's Austin Riley. He swings and fouls one off. Austin Riley, a guy that's turned into one of the young stars in the National League. Chris, he's got big-time power. 0-1 now. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball. In the air, right field. Brings it in. Runner tagging for third. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Matt Olson up to the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Swings through that one. 0-1. Acuna on third with 2 out. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him. And that will end the inning.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Back here at the ballpark, all set for the start of the inning. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. The wind of the pitch. And that's in for a strike. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire. Very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog. And I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way. So people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
And now it's going to be Jonah Heim. That one's in there, 0-1. Second inning here, no score. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts. Here's Leody Taveras. That misses, and that's ball one. Good eye right there. That one missed. Now 3-0. And now 3-1. 3-1 is on the way. Up the middle. Albies over to first in time. And that is the third out of the inning. Back here in Atlanta, here's Marcell Ozuna. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
First pitch, not close. Chris, you know, you look at Nathan Eovaldi's resume. He won the World Series with the Red Sox in 2018, but he was actually originally drafted by the Dodgers back in 2008. He was an 11th round pick. 2-0 to Cal. Here it comes. That one fouled off.
Always known for that power fastball, but interesting, he didn't get a whole lot of swing and miss with it early on. He got better with that stuff as his career progressed. And you talk about that World Series in 2018, he was absolutely fantastic out of the bullpen.
And now it's filled up. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball four.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So here's Murphy now, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
The next offering misses. 2-1. Ozuna aboard here at first with nobody out. This one blasted deep to left. Way out of here. Home run. That was a moonshot, and they add a pair. It's 2-0.
Slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
Here's Kevin Pillar. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's Orlando Arcia. In there for strike one. And there's a ball.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Next pitch is in the dirt. And a count 2-1.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
2-2 now. And another ball. Righty to the plate. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was off. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Stepping in, Michael Harris. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. The throw in. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Ronald Acuna Jr. That misses the zone. Ball one.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Not even close there. And now 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Good hitters count the 2-0. And that's a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Close, but called a ball. 3 balls and a strike. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And down on strikes he goes. 2 gone now. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Pitch is in there. And that is strike 1. Ziggy, how about this? Ozzie speaks 4 languages. English, Spanish, Dutch, and Papiamentu.
Well, the way the game's expanding, that can be very helpful. His meetings at the mound, Ozzie Albies, he can translate for everyone.
0-2 now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 0-2.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
Eovaldi checks the runner, and he's back safely. And the right-hander deals. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And the righty deals. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit. Try to move it around. Create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. This is the world. Back at Truist Park, and stepping in is the speedy Travis Jankowski. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. And the first offering is not close.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Swings and misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Next offering way off the plate.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The kick, the 3-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
No, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Here is Marcus Semien. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Gets a piece and stays alive. Gonna count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
He goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
2 outs, base is empty. Corey Seager now at the plate. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. That one missed.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
In for a strike, now 3-1.
Taking all the way on 3-0 right there. And as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
Down front, pulls that one foul. Now it's 3-2.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Harris ranging back and brings it in at the wall. Nothing doing for the Rangers. They trail things here 2-0. And welcome back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here is Austin Riley. Eovaldi back to work. Ball 1 there. One of the things you look at with Austin Riley, he was drafted in the first round of 2015. The Braves were one of the only teams looking at him as a position player. Most every other team wanted him as a pitcher, but Austin Riley hated pitching. Kicks and fires. In there. And so now 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Right-hander kicks, deals. And that's downstairs and outside. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Popped up. And there's one down. Here's Matt Olson.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And there's the strike.
Well, hitter looked pretty comfortable on that swing. Pitchers don't like to see that. We'll see how he changes it up on this next pitch.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Taveras settles under it. And he makes the catch. 2 down. And now the DH, Marcell Ozuna. The walk and a run scored his first time. Going 1. Ozuna in his 10th season, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. That one not close. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. inside, and it hit him.
You know, Boog, there always seems to be that oh-no moment for the pitcher when he's lost control of his pitch, and most of the time, it's right when he lets it go. He knows that it's not headed where he intended it to go.
Murphy in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And takes low for ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the pitch. Got him. And that ends the inning. Left for Atlanta as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. On to the 4th. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Evan Carter. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
That one pushed to the left and foul. And that is cut on and missed. That is strike 2.
Wow. Good luck catching up to that one.
And it's even up.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Mitch Garver. Mitch Garver, one of the rare major league players who hails from New Mexico, and one of the other ones, pretty good player, third baseman for the Astros. Garver grew up playing with Alex Bregman as a kid. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Check swing. He went. And the count 1-1. That's to third. Oh, great stop. The throw goes to second.
Yeah.
Safe there.
No, he's in there.
And a foul ball. The 0-1, and he pumps it a strike.
So all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Stays alive. Fights it off. He'll see another. At the belt and fires. Smoked on the ground a second. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Welcome back. Now the left fielder, Kevin Pillar. The right-hander back to work. Check swing, and that's a ball. And now it's even up. The 1-1 is fouled off. The wind of the pitch. And a ball evens the count. Bouncer to Young. Slings to first, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. New pitcher on now, Cody Bradford.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Arcia stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Check swing, but he went too far. And it's 0-2. The punch out there, and now 2 gone.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
In the air, left side. Carter sizes this one up, puts the squeeze on it, and that is that. Down in order. Back here at the ballpark, and now the catcher comes up to him. Jonah Heim. And the pitch. And there's a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. That one ripped. That's back. And out of here. He leaves the yard to right, and they slice into the lead. It's 2-1.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
And now Leody Taveras in there, and it's 0-1.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
The 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Next pitch inside. Now 1-2. Hard hit, base hit.
These guys today are so great at handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw. Save. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Strike 2.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Great effort as he's able to haul it in. 1 away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at-bat.
Simeon in the box now. Takes strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first-pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Taveras over at second, 1 down. Up the middle, on the run, sends it over to first. Safe at first as they can't make the play. So now it's Corey Seager. He's 0 for 1. Drilled in the air, right field, way back there, and that is out of here. He made him pay for that one, and now they're out in front. It's 4-2.
Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Carter in the box again, takes a strike. That one pulled foul.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out. Get as much as you can. Give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Left-hand batter waits. That one is absolutely belted. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
That one pushed foul.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Here's a 1-2. Smash to the left side. Tosses to first, and the inning is over. But the long ball was working. Back here in Atlanta, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Ronald Acuna Jr. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Some activity in the bullpen for Texas. Martin Perez, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. Heaney getting cranked up as well.
2-0.
2-0.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Low, makes the grab on the run. Ozzie Albies, next up for the Braves. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Semien makes a nice running catch. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley. Good eye right there. He's a good high school football player, Austin Riley. But you look at the build, you think quarterback, think maybe even linebacker. No, he's a punter. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
Ooh, nasty changeup right there. Down. Just had him out in front.
In the dirt, catcher has it, fires to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Top of the 6th inning, down the third baseman, Josh Young. Here comes a pitch. Now the 0-1. That clips the corner.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7. And now the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Lowe measures 6 feet 4 inches. 27 years old, and he took home the Silver Slugger last year in the American League. Next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. And that's outside.
Well, just about to hit that century mark. 100 pitches for this game.
And now a full count.
Full count.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Here's your 1. And ball 1. And now 2-1 after that missed inside. Misses off the plate. And now 3 balls and a strike. There's a swing and a miss. Here comes a 3-2. Struck him out looking. So they go quietly there. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4-5-6 coming up. And welcome back. Well, we go bottom 6. Stepping in the long ball threat, Matt Olson. Bradford back to work. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Martin Perez, the left-hander, up and throwing. And strike two. In the dirt. Heim down to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. And now Marcell Ozuna. And that one is lifted in the air. And there's two away. Here's Sean Murphy. He's already homered in this game. Fought off foul. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. And he deals. In the dirt, slow to get out of the box, and he's tagged for the out. New
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
In the air, right field. And Acuna able to make the grab. And there's one away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
And first offering is fouled off. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Max said he's not sure who actually started at first, but it was 2019, and he and Giolito, who were teammates together in high school in Los Angeles, they had the idea to become more familiar with the opposing lineup using MLB The Show. And a 1-2 again. To the right side, and that's just foul. The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making them work out there.
Just off the outside edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Now a fly ball to right center. Acuna after it. And it's caught for the out. Now it's Marcus Semien. Swing and a miss. Slider right there. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. That one the other way. This looks like extra bases, and that's going to roll to the wall. Around first and hustling for second. Semien on the way to third. And he's got himself a triple.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters They take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Hit hard. That gets through. The run scores from third, and they lead by 3.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Evan Carter in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Off the mark there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Seager off of first with 2 away. Got him swinging. Had him out front for strike 3. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's 5-2. Welcome back. Bottom of the inning. And here's the veteran outfielder, Kevin Pillar. And here it comes. And a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
0-2 as he waves at that one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with the high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Orlando Arcia now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Center field. Taveras settles under it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. At the plate, Michael Harris. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Hard hit, left field, base hit. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Bradford keeping an eye on him. This one in the dirt. And the runner stays where he is. And a pitch out, but no steal, and it's ball 2. And a pitch. And a foul ball. Step off, throw to first. Back in there standing. Back over to first, and they're keeping him close. That one in for a strike, 2-2. The pitch. Caught him looking for the K. Braves strand 1. We go to the 8th. Now here's the Rangers DH, Mitch Garver. The wind and the pitch. They say a win. Check swing, run around. 0-2. The pitch. Hammered, base hit.
Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Garver gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. And that should be extra bases. Throws to second. He scores all the way from first. A terrible job getting it back to the infield, and it cost them a run. So a man aboard, Nathaniel Lowe stepping in for the Rangers. First pitch just misses. Just missed.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
The 2-1. And a foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
In there safely. Kicks and deals. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Jonah Heim at the plate now. That's ball 1. Next offering misses. Ball 2. Curveball drops in there.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Fly ball down the line. And a base hit right there.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. When you pop a ball up like that, you don't expect it to get you a knock too often, but right there, somehow he got it to drop in behind first base, and that's where no one could get to it.
And the pitch is in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Outside. Bases juiced, no outs. Got it by him for the K.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
The pitch. Foul ball there. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Line drive, caught. Dives for the bag, got him. Double play. 1 run in the inning, but Chris Stratton gets the ball now.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The pitch. Grounded to Lowe. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. First offering, and it just misses.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
1 down, base is empty. Ripped towards third. Over to Lowe. 2 up, 2 down. Here is Matt Olson. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Brock Burke getting ready to go. Heaney getting loose as well. Left-hand hitter waits. Way out front for strike 2. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pop up here, third base side. Young settles under it. And puts the squeeze on that. And that'll do it. Braves. We go to the ninth, and now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Marcus Semien. In for a strike, 0-1.
Some guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And that one almost got him.
Your attention, please.
On the strike, the pitch. In the air, right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And Semien is out. And there's one down. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. He'll circle the bases, and they add on. It's 7-2. One out, bases empty. Here's the left fielder, Evan Carter. And that's in there for strike one.